Hi, it's Paul, and in this video I'm an old man with the metal parts bender, and I'm going to try and answer a question that comes up in the comments every now and then, or a number of questions. And the questions are, will it bend X? And X can be, will it bend rebar, will it bend half-inch bar, will it bend flat, will it bend square, will it bend whatever. I've dealt with the matter of will it bend pipe or tube in another video, which I'll stick a link somewhere. And the simple answer is no, but go take a look if you're interested. So today I'm going to talk about what will it bend in the way of solid matter, flat, bar, rebar, etc., etc. And full explanation up front, I have not bent all of these types of material. I'm taking my information from what I've managed to get from the manuals that talk about the bending capacities of the machine, and that's what I'm going to explain to you, and I'm going to explain it from the computer screen because it's much easier to do that way. The actual capacity, perfectly formed ruler, the actual capacity of the machine is only this much. That's the maximum that you can get into it, which is about 50 mil, say, call it 1.75 inches. You might squeeze a bit of 2-inch in it. Yeah, you squeeze a bit of 2-inch, 2-inch and an eighth, and yeah, 50 mil. That's as much as you will bend that way. The dimensions from here to here, obviously, you can move the roller right the way around here, but I would suggest if you've got a bit of 50 by what's almost 90 mil or 3.5 inches, then you're going to have some grunt to be able to form that round. Realistically, that's not a goer. In the manuals for the machine, there are capacities listed for all types of materials, so that's what I'm going to go for. So take a wander over to the computer screen and we'll have a look.
Okay, here we are at the computer screen then. A couple of things to say first. One, this isn't stuff I've tested. This is purely stuff that I've researched on all the websites of the suppliers that I can find that sell this stuff. Two, if you want to sit and take notes of what's on here, pause the screen by all means and crack on. Or alternatively, if you head over to my Ko-Fi store, link in the description, you can buy a downloadable PDF for the princely sum of £1.50, which just represents the time I spent trawling the internet and compiling all the data. So let's crack on. Oh, hang on, one last minute edit. All these capacities are stated for hot rolled mild steel, not any other material, according to the suppliers. Okay, that's it. Let's finally get on with it. Up in the top left corner we have the die diameter, or the former diameter. This is the diameter that you're going to bend the material round, and as you follow it down you can see the first one is the 14mm pin on its own, and then it works its way down through the diameters, getting larger and larger and larger, down to the 3-inch diameter former at the bottom. Then in column 2 it has the stated flat bar capacity. So again you can see around the 14mm pin on its own you should be able to bend a maximum of 2-inch by quarter right the way up to the largest capacity, which it says you can bend from the 1-inch diameter former upwards, which is 2 by a quarter or 1.25 by 5/16. So it's kind of giving you a choice between thinner, wider material or thicker, narrower material. But I note that it doesn't really give a ratio between the two. So it doesn't say whether you could bend something thicker than 5/16 if it was narrower, working on the basis that the square bar goes up to 5/8 by 5/8, you could kind of almost plot a graph between the two. But because I haven't got the material to experiment with, I haven't done that. Moving on to columns 3 and 4, they give you the square bar and round bar capacities which match each other. There's some logic in that. Then in column 5 it gives us the maximum capacity in rebar, which it states at 1/2 inch, and it doesn't state anything else. And my assumption, which is always dangerous, my assumption is that 1/2 inch is the maximum and it won't bend anything bigger, 1/2 inch being fairly commercially available. But if you've got some rebar that's thinner, it will, I assume, bend that quite happily. Put the capacity of the sharp angle attachment, which it only talks about flat and square for bending in that. Having said that, I have bent round bar in it, but it does leave kind of a divot on the inside of the angle, which I've no doubt weakens it badly. So in practical terms, you are better off if you can forming a bend round a pin in round material than you are using the sharp angle bender. But if you want to risk the integrity of the material, you can do it on the sharp angle folder, and I would assume the capacity is the same as it is for square bar. So again, if you value your time and you've already spent enough of that listening to me drone on, by all means head over to my Ko-Fi store and buy the downloadable copy if you don't want to spend your time scribbling or creating your own Excel spreadsheet. With that, back to the garage.
So there you have it. Hope that helps. If it has, great. Share it. Do whatever. If you've got questions, by all means stick them below or put them on oldmanwith.com on the Ask a Question button, and I will attempt to come back and answer them for you. Other than that, thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.